Hey friends, treat especial. We're going to be installing a cb500x branded radiator guard. I found it on Amazon. It has some decent coverage for at least the larger rocks that I'd be worried about. It does have cb500x plastered into it. I will link it at the bottom of the video if you would like to use this exact same one. Other than that, I'm going to get into installing it and let's see how it goes. Alright, so let's get into installing this new radiator guard I got. So first and foremost, we're going to have to remove 3 pieces of hardware. You got a number 5 mil and a 5 mil here. And you got a 10 millimeter nut and bolt there that you're going to have to remove to be able to install this radiator guard. So first, I'm going to start with the 5 mils on the lower. Test fit it, make sure we know it can slide in easy. And there we go, that'll work. Alright, first and foremost, before I install this, I'm going to go through and clean up all the fins on the radiator and whatnot, because, well, no point putting putting it on with a few messed up fins. So I'm going to straighten a couple of those out and we'll continue on. So you just use a flathead screwdriver, get between the fins and kind of straighten them out a little bit. The reason you don't want your fins all crushed up like that is because every single one of those is bent over decreases the surface area of the radiator, which then defeats the purpose of the radiator. It's supposed to radiate heat away and not trap. Alright, let's get her in place. Start with my upper bolt first. I always apply a little medium strength thread locker to every bolt because, well, you never know, she just may back out on you. I'd rather not have that. I'm just going to snug them up for now while I'm lining everything up. Next, snug them all down. Okay, no specific torques for this, but the 5 millimeter bolts do have a general torque of 3.8 pound-feet or 5.2 newton meters. So we want to just set that up. Make sure they're good to go. Good. And then the 10 mil bolts has a 25 pound-foot or a 34 newton meter. Alright guys, sorry if I haven't put in any videos in a while lately. It's mainly because I had a few major expenses come up and I couldn't put any money towards the bike at the moment. Currently what I'm looking at trying to do is I'm trying to put off for a very heavy duty skid plate. It's 3 mil thick. It should take hits from damn near anything. I'm going to get some hand guards on the bike and then I'm going to look at trying to get spoked rims for this thing eventually. Right now, it's not quite in the budget. I also have been trying to work on the workshop itself. The workshop actually has a ceiling in it now, so I'm not entirely freezing my ass off in here up in Washington, because, well, it's a little cold in the winter in here, and with that roof in now, it stays probably about 50 in here with my little workshop heater going, which isn't too bad, but it's still pretty cold. Eventually I'm going to be going through, I'm going to be taking all the shelving down and everything like that. I'm going to start hanging up wiring and stuff like that. So I've got a lot of plans to do, not just the bike, but the workshop. I've got a garden that I'm trying to get established and going. I need to install a generator port in this house because power goes out generally pretty often around this area, you know, high winds and all that fun stuff. So my best idea for this channel is to make it into a, I don't know, like a home, not even a homesteading, but has mechanical stuff, but then has a little bit of this and that thrown in, you know, but having, you know, different projects. So it's not just all going to be about the bike, it's going to be about the workshop itself, it's going to be about the garden and what I do with the landscaping around the house. It's going to be a little bit of electrical, because, well, that's my primary job anyway, so I'm going to be having to run and pipe out power and internet out to this building. I'm looking at getting a garage built, and I have to build a whole work shed in the back to store a bunch of stuff because everything's just kind of everywhere right now. So lots to come. There'll be a good bit of content, but for now, it's just going to be a little bit at a time. I kind of don't really see doing much with this channel at the moment, mainly due to the fact that I'm mainly just doing this as an instructional video to help people out and, you know, show them what I can do and how to do it, more or less. I'm by trade, I'm an electrician, so I know electrical very well, but I also know and have dabbled and learned in plumbing amongst other things so that I can be a well-rounded person in general. But anyway, that's all for now, guys. Y'all have a good one.